welcome back to the Tamiya Lunchbox. As you've just seen, I've just put in a brand new 12-turn LRP motor. I had an Orion 20-turn in here and that burnt out when I was doing the runs in the snow a couple of months ago. I've also done some gold bullet connectors rather than the Tamiya connectors because they're just much better and a lot cleaner. We're still running on the old ESC, the HPI SCW3 something P, I think. It says it can take a 12-turn motor on 2S, so I'm going to give it a go. If it burns up, it doesn't really matter. I'll get another one that can handle a 12-turn, or I do have a Castle Sidewinder 3 hanging around, and all I need to get is a cheap brushless motor and stick that in there. So originally you put the battery down in there, so it needs to be a Tamiya round pack. But being as I want to run LiPos, I've got these Orion 100C Carbon Pros, these really nice 2-cell LiPos. So it actually fits very nicely in the chassis, just slides in there nice with a little bit of resistance, and then I've had to cut out a little bit in on the interior to wrap a battery strap around it just to hold it in place. But yeah, that battery sits in there really nicely. We've remounted the ESC down here just because the motor wires weren't going to reach when it was up here. Move the receiver back to the front again. It's actually sitting on the servo. There you go, you can see under there. It's sitting on the servo now. The only other update that I can give you is the 5th shock at the back, just there. I actually had 80 weight oil in there with a load of preload on the spring to make it as stiff as possible. So when this throttles up, it resists that motion of the axle. This part of the axle in here is difficult to show you, but this part of the axle here shifts upwards and bangs that shock and compresses it, and that's what causes it to wheelie. So what I've done instead is cleaned it all out, taken all the oil out, and just put a solid rubber tube in there. So that is actually solid, so that won't move upwards now. It's just going to do a straight wheelie. So we'll see how that does instead of having oil in there. So that is basically just a solid link now, straight down. I've just got the shock there because it looks a bit better. Just a little update video on the Lunchbox. So depending on how it performs on the 12-turn motor, it is pretty much done. I haven't broken anything at all on it, so I'm not going to bother upgrading any of the arms or the steering knuckles or anything like that. Until something breaks, I'm just going to leave it as is. It's pretty much ready to go and it's pretty much finished. The only other thing I do want to do is redo the body, because during that backflip video a long time ago I did crack the body at both sides of the window. You can see ever so slight crack in there and a big crack in there, and the body in general is just looking a bit tired. You can see in that heat wave we had last year in the UK, it actually melted some of the paint off the body because I had it resting on the pit mat that I've got. So yeah, it does need a refresh. I'm going to get a brand new body. Still going to stick with the white with the rusted style, but I'm going to do it slightly different. I can keep this. This is a brand new screen. This was originally for the drift van, for the Lunchbox drift van, but I've changed my mind. So this screen is for this car now. I've got another sunroof as well. So yeah, we're going to do a complete body refresh, and I won't stick with the chrome. I'll probably just go flat silver and then flat silver with the exhaust as well, something like that. But yeah, that's the only thing I've got to do to the Lunchbox now, just a new body. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on the Lunchbox. Hopefully I'll show you a quick clip of it running on a 12-turn motor. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on RC Projects. Bye.